13 Facts You Never Knew About Halloween, Part 2. Fears of poisoned Halloween candy are unfounded. One of parents' biggest fears is that their child's Halloween candy is poisoned or contains razor blades. In reality, this fear is almost entirely unfounded. There are only 2 known cases of poisoning, and both involved relatives, according to Live Science. In 1970, a boy died of a heroin overdose. The investigators found it on his candy, but in a twist they later discovered the boy had accidentally consumed some of his uncle's heroin stash, and the family had sprinkled some on the candy to cover up the incident. Halloween and the candy industry supposedly influenced daylight savings time. Candy makers supposedly lobbied to extend daylight savings time into the beginning of November to get an extra hour of daylight so children could collect even more candy, thus forcing people to purchase more candy to meet the demand. They wanted it so badly that during the 1985 hearings on daylight savings they put candy pumpkins on the seat of every senator, according to NPR. The candy industry disputes this account, according to the New York Times. Candy corn was originally known as chicken feed. Invented by George Renninger, a candy maker at the Wonderly Candy Company of Philadelphia in the 1880s. Candy corn was originally called buttercream candies and chicken feed since back then, corn was commonly used as food for livestock. They even had a rooster on the candy boxes. It had no association with Halloween or fall, and was sold seasonally from March to November. After World War II, advertisers began marketing it as a special Halloween treat due to its colors and ties to the fall harvest. A full moon on Halloween is extremely rare. Though a common trope in horror movies and Halloween decorations with witches flying across the full moon, the next full moon on Halloween won't occur until 2020. The most recent Halloween full moon was back in 2001, and before that it was in 1955. Halloween is still the Wiccan New Year. Halloween originates from the Celtic tradition called Samhain, a festival that marked the end of the Celtic calendar year in Ireland, Scotland, and the Isle of Man. They believed it was a time that spirits or fairies could enter our world, and the Celts would put out treats and food to placate the spirits. Sometimes, a place at the table was even set for the souls of the dead. Wiccans still celebrate Samhain as a New Year celebration today.